Hi everyone, my name is Melody Apodaca. I am a district manager and independent consultant with Arbonne. I was first introduced to the products, or to Arbonne with the products, when I went to visit my mom. I noticed that she looked really amazing. She was glowing, her skin looked awesome. She had dropped a ton of weight. So at the time I was competing for a dance competition, and I was looking for any and every avenue to lose as much weight as possible and get myself into shape. So whatever she was doing, I wanted it. And she had told me about the 30-day. She reconnected me with Sarah Thompson, who is now my sponsor. She was a childhood friend, and I started doing the 30-day. The way I felt after doing it was like second fiddle to the weight loss, because I didn't realize how bad I was feeling. So it just blew my mind all around. It wasn't until my mom hosted an event at my house for Sarah that I was actually learning more about the business opportunity. I was already telling everybody about it and sharing it and telling everybody they had to do it. So when I heard about the opportunity, I figured, why not make a few extra bucks doing what I was already doing? Kind of seemed like a little bit of a no-brainer. At the time, I really didn't think much of it other than just making a few bucks here and there, basically to cover my purchases for myself. If I was really honest with myself, I didn't really dive in at the time. I didn't see it more than just making a few bucks. After I finished the 30 days, I had lost 20 pounds. I miraculously got pregnant. Before this, I pretty much came to the conclusion that I couldn't have kids. I tried for a very long time, and it never happened. So I was decided that it just wasn't in the cards for me. I was extremely overwhelmed by this news. I was excited and scared and all these different things. So at the time, I didn't want to waste Sarah's time and her energy and anything like that. So I kind of told her I didn't want to do it, or that I wasn't into it, and I needed to kind of take a break from it so that I wasn't wasting her time, obviously. Before Arbonne, I was a creative director, clothing designer for a pretty successful company. I made really good money. I got to travel all over. I had the most amazing boss and pretty much dream job. So I loved everything about it. But I worked nonstop. I became a little bit obsessed with everything that I was doing. I was fulfilling my dream, so it became everything to me. My work was overseas, so when my day ended, their day started, so I never really had a moment to unplug myself. So it was literally nonstop work. The company I worked for started to take like a really bad direction, and they lost a lot, taking our company down with it at the time. 400 jobs lost. Everything could have been prevented. A lot of it was based on a lot of bad, greedy decisions. So I just kind of watched a big corporate business make decisions that were only going to benefit the four people at the top of their business, but didn't really even benefit them, because in the end they lost it all. So my experience had turned from being my dream job to being a nightmare. It took about 4 years for that ship to finally actually sink. And I hated every second of it. I hated going into work. I hated everything I did. I hated everybody I was working for. It was all about who was going to, the dog eat dog. Like, no one cared. There was nobody banding together. It was just a really toxic environment. So when the time came and it was time for me to leave, my boss still needed me, and I loved him. And even though I hated what I did, I still wanted to help him. So he helped me open my little shop in Carlsbad, and I helped him continue doing the business I hated. I took a huge pay cut, but I was happy because I had very little to do with what he needed, and the shop became more of my focus. I was a happy hippie, broke. I had roommates in my house. Like, I didn't care. Money did not matter to me. It wasn't important anymore. I just loved being able to not be stressed out and miserable anymore. But a few months went by, and the reality of being pregnant hit me, and knowing bringing another kid in, or bringing a kid into the world, was not going to be an environment where a happy, hippie, broke person was going to be able to do successfully. So that's when I had my baby shower, and I met up with Sarah again, and I decided to relaunch my business, and it has been phenomenal ever since. Like, I can actually see my future again. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but being a part of a company that was helping each other, build each other up, build a vision of beauty for anybody that's wanting to see past today, was just so refreshing. And it was really nice to be a part of, and meeting all these women where their goal is to help you reach your goals, versus being in that other environment where I was at, where everybody was talking about each other and trying to take each other down. And it was just so bad. So beyond the fact that I love the products and how clean and amazing they've helped my skin, they've helped my body, they've just really changed my life as a product. So being a part of the business has changed my life even further, because now I get to be with my baby. The idea of going back to work just gave me anxiety every day, and I couldn't do it. I can't go back to that world. I can't imagine, traveling without taking my kid and being gone for 2 weeks at a time and missing everything that actually meant more to me than money itself. So this just paved a way for me to really dream again, and not hate my passions, where if I'm designing something, I'm just designing it to be happy, versus trying to make someone else $1 million off of it. So it's been great, and I love it. And I love being able to help other people do the same. That's my story.
Awesome. So, Melody, I'm going to go ahead and just pop the PowerPoint up for you, and I'll let you get started.
All righty. Okay, so the Arbonne story. It's a botanically based beauty, health, and wellness company that's 36 years old. It's cutting edge research and development. It's passionate culture of independent consultants, a lot of what I talked about. It's got a global opportunity. It's a generous compensation plan. So, in a traditional business world where you get paid what someone else decides you are worth, you actually get paid for whatever you are willing to put into your business, and for how hard you're willing to work. The harder you work, the more you get out of it. Instead of basically waiting for that promotion, working, and hoping someone will see you, or whatever the case may be. It's got an experienced home office, and the team of customer service reps are incredible. And it's got a state-of-the-art distribution and support center. It's phenomenal. I have not had any problems with any of the clients that I've worked with, and it's been great.
Here we go.
All right. So I'm used to the traditional business model. So, you have your manufacturer, you have your wholesaler, you have your warehouser, the sales force, the retailers, and the consumers. Just like everything that happened with my industry, there's a very high risk, and a few bad calls can really be detrimental to business based on this type of structure. You have a lot of employees, a lot of payroll, taxes, all that goes along with that. There's huge overhead expenses, long hours. Your business owns you, as it did me, and it wasn't even my business and it owned me. Consumers pay for a wholesaler, warehouse, sales force, and retailers. In this business, we don't have to, which is really nice. The Arbonne network marketing model is you have the manufacturer, we're the independent consultant, and then you have the consumer. Your clients can order online. You have Arbonne stocks and products that are delivered to your clients. Customers can have repeat orders. Repeat orders equal repeat income. You can leverage your time and build a team. the Arbonne Product Advantage. This is my favorite part about it, is just kind of learning a lot more about what's happening in our products and our foods and just everything around us. Especially having a small child, it's really important to me that I understand what it is exactly that I'm putting into her. And unfortunately, the information highway is full of a lot of craziness. With them, they have plant-based formulas. They blend the best of science and nature. They have the highest quality ingredients from around the globe. They're pH correct and hypoallergenic, vegan certified, which I find to be very important to a lot of people I come across, especially when you start learning more and more about the food industry. They're dermatologist tested, they're clinically proven, and they're never tested on animals. Which is super key. Like, I don't know why anyone wants skincare that works on an animal versus on a person. It's mind-boggling. Built on Swiss heritage and European standards, which are really nice because unfortunately our standards are very low. The products are formulated without gluten, petroleum, animal byproducts, or animal products or byproducts, and never tested on animals, as we said. They're formaldehyde donating preservatives, chemical dyes and fragrances, artificial sweeteners, colors, and flavors. That was big for me, just even with the baby, looking at even formulas and the number one ingredient being like sugar, just like artificial sweeteners like added into formula. It's just like, what? And then there's no parabens or I'm not really sure how to say that last word.
Phthalates.
Phthalates. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I am just going to introduce myself really quick. My name is Jillienne Feather, and I am a district manager and independent consultant with Arbonne. I was introduced to this company and opportunity about, oh my goodness, I think it's been maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I was introduced I went to a friend of a friend of a friend's sister's business launch party. So again, you never quite know who you're going to meet when you go to an event. So I actually met Christy Card. She's an executive regional vice president and my direct sponsor. I met her. I loved everything I heard about the company, but at the time I had actually started a business with a completely different direct marketing company. And I've been that person where I've always been really open to the business model, but never really found my niche. I never really found a company that really resonated with me, really spoke to me about I could never find success because I didn't really believe in it. It was kind of more of just like, oh, this is cool. This is something great to do. I kind of like the products. I was always searching for that better thing, the way to make my dreams happen, but I really couldn't find it. So I loved everything I heard, but I was kind of more comparing and contrasting the two companies and just wasn't really hearing. I was listening, but not really hearing what was going on. So I left that day with a sample that I never used because I knew I was going to fall in love with it, which was so stupid. Use samples when they're given to you. But I went on my way and I stayed in touch with Christy via Facebook over the years and kind of watched her journey and watched the incredible life she was living. And so my background is I have a Bachelor of Science degree in kinesiology and pre-physical therapy from Loyola Marymount University. And for the past 9 years, I worked as a spinal cord injury recovery specialist and also worked with different types of paralysis. I also have a background in nutrition. So health and wellness has always been really important to me. But about 2.5, 3 years ago, the company I was working for really transitioned. They became a for-profit instead of a nonprofit. And I pretty much spent every single day on my way to work crying, or I would leave crying and just felt panic. And complete disclosure, because we're all humans, I suffer from really bad anxiety. And it was something where I just really couldn't get my life under control. I was suffering in my relationships with friends, relationship with my boyfriend, myself. I was miserable. And I was really just like, okay, I'm a type A personality. I can't let this happen. I can't crash. I can't fail. So I was just like, I really need something that I can have as a plan B in case I go to work one day and my job is no longer there, you know? So I was really trying to prepare for impact because I was the breadwinner and I didn't want to be stranded. So I sat for a couple days and tried to figure out what to do, and I was really feeling sorry for myself. And then I came across a post from Christy, and I remembered, I was like, wow, her life is really amazing, and that Arbonne thing always sounded really great, and she's really like walking the walk and doing the do, and so maybe I should talk to her. So long story short, she came over to my house. I put her through a full interrogation because I had been in this business before, and I had seen business models that really don't work and are schemes and teach you how to trick people. And don't even get me started on auto ship. It's super annoying. But basically everything that I heard sounded really great. But I was still really skeptical and really scared. And it wasn't until I met the team of people that are this Arbonne family that I really was like, wow, these are my people. Everybody here wants to make a difference in the world. They want to do something bigger than themselves. They want to help people get better. And they're just really nice. Nobody was like, join our business, join our team. It was just like, oh my gosh, it's so nice to meet you. So the culture of Arbonne was what really captivated me and really made me feel like I could say yes to this. And it's been over 2 years now, and it was the best yes that I've said so far in my life because Arbonne has allowed me the freedom to just really pursue my dreams and not think of like someday when I win the lotto, because the odds of that happening are so slim to none. But really, all those dreams that I had are within my reach. I actually, about 2.5 months after starting my Arbonne business, I was injured at work and was put on workers' comp. And a year and a half later, my job was gone. I was a liability and they weren't going to take me back. And I thank God every day for Arbonne because it allowed me the ability to not just wallow in sorrow and feel sorry for myself and have nothing to do with my day. It allowed me to stay focused and really continue to pursue. And even when my job was gone, I had income. So big picture, I would love to do something with rescuing animals and also with the elderly and at-risk youth. I feel like there is such a connection between the three, and we all have so much to learn from each other and from so many different aspects of this world. And that was always a big someday dream to me, which I know is a true reality because of Arbonne. So I'm so grateful to have this family behind me, the culture of this company, the compensation plan, which I'll share with you. So that's just a little bit about me. And so we'll go ahead and continue sharing all this wonderful information about Arbonne with you. And I just want to say thank you for just real quick for being here and listening to this, because that is really the first step, is opening your mind and hearing about different companies. And it's not a fit for everybody, and that's okay. But this is truly an incredible place to be. So I'll just share with you really quick. So there's a huge wide range of consumable products within Arbonne. So we have anything from skincare to nutrition, sun care, which is absolutely phenomenal because I'm clearly really pale and fair-skinned and I hate sunburns. Makeup, which I love because I did this in about 30 seconds this morning and I rolled out of bed and I'm no lie, sitting in my PJ bottoms right now. Bath and body, hair, nutrition is just incredible. A bunch of us are on the 30 Days to Healthy Living right now, which if you don't know about that, ask the person who invited you because it's incredible. We're almost 2 weeks in and I'm on 10 pounds and feeling just 1,000 times better. So definitely ask them about that. But pretty much we like to say that if you're above ground, we have a product for you. And there's over 350. So you're not, stuck with 3 products that you're trying to help somebody discover, which is pretty incredible. So why Arbonne? Why now? This is a really important thing because in our society, in our culture, we're really drifting towards more of internet-based businesses. You're finding more and more brick and mortars closing, and we really are in the right place at the right time. So first of all, consumable products. I don't know about you, but I don't know how much Tupperware I really need over and over again, how many pizza stones I need. So that's something that's really important, to be able to have a sustainable income, sustainable business, and also have that residual income. So you do the work once and then you continue making money on it. So when somebody runs out of their toothpaste, or they run out of their protein powder or their mascara or their vitamins or whatever it might be, they're most likely going to reorder. Hopefully they're still brushing their teeth. But that is something that's really important because you introduce somebody to the products and they fall in love. We have a 94% order retention rate, which is incredible, and less than a 0.5% return on all products. So that clearly says when people find the products, they love them and they continue to stay in love with them. So that's a huge thing when it comes to this business and being sustainable. The demand for health and wellness, I don't know how many of you are in Southern California, but especially here, we have a huge demand for it. You know, it's sunny half the year and we're out in not bundled jackets, and we care about our skin. We care about what we're putting in and on our bodies because we're becoming smarter consumers and realizing that it's not just about what we're being told, because a lot of times we're being lied to by big corporations. So that's huge. The ability to leverage your time. This is something that I did not understand fully until I was in this business, but being able to go on vacation or take time for a family matter or whatever it might be, and still be making money because your team is working. And also having the time to truly live your life. You're not compensating time for money. You're not working 40, 60 hours a week and building somebody else's dream. You're building your own. The time that you invest into your business is truly about building your dream and your success and helping other people build their dreams and find success. And then an internet-based business, I mean, like I said, I'm in my PJ bottoms right now and I have full-on bedhead, but I'm talking to you beautiful people. So that is something that is huge. Brick and mortars, like I said, are starting to disappear. Everything is online. It's easy for people to shop from the comfort of their homes, and to be able to provide them products that truly are going to help make them healthier and happier, and that have a 36-year history behind them and aren't going to make people sick. That truly is a gift that we're able to give to people. So I find that really important. So where do you see yourself after hearing all this information? I mean, obviously, maybe you're like, oh my gosh, sign me up right now. I want to try these products, whatever it might be. But don't feel bad if you're still kind of on the fence or you're wanting to talk more to the person that invited you. That's what we're here for. So there's 3 ways to join Arbonne. First of all is you can become a host, which is so phenomenal because we love our hosts and we love to pamper you and love on you and pamper your guests. And so we get a few friends together around the kitchen table and we can do facials or nutrition workshops or whatever it is that you're interested in. And we get to pamper you and your friends and give you gifts. And it's just a great opportunity to hear a little bit more about Arbonne and the products and also the business. So if that's on your heart to host, please do, because we love our hosts and getting to share and help people become more educated. Also, you can become a client or a preferred client. So client is where you pretty much pay retail. And I mean, let's not even really talk about that because friends don't let friends buy retail. So we'll talk about preferred client. So for $20, okay, think about this. If Nordstrom's were to call you and say for $20, you can get 20 to 40% off every purchase for an entire year, would you not be like, heck yes, sign me up? So yes, $20, you get 20 to 40% off all your purchases for an entire year. There's options for free shipping, rewards on your purchases that you can use towards future times that you rebuy your products, which is so amazing. And we absolutely love having our preferred clients, and we provide you amazing customer service. But my favorite, obviously, way is independent consultant. So this is when you're like, I'm ready to start my business, or I'm ready to get a way bigger discount. So again, if Nordstrom's were to call you and be like, for just $79, okay, $79. I have been a part of companies or done my research about companies where it's a minimum of like $350, $1,000, beyond that. $79, you can get 35 to 80% off your purchases. You have unlimited income potential. Unlimited. There is no cap on our income potential in Arbonne. And the opportunity to have a free Mercedes-Benz. I mean, yeah, sign me up, please. And personal growth and development, and a team of people behind you that support you, not only in your business, but your life. It truly is like finding a family that you didn't know that you needed or wanted, but it's the best thing ever. So, becoming an independent consultant is just incredible. Your business is yours. There's nothing hanging over your head. There's no monthly minimums that you have to meet. There's no auto ship. Again, auto ship. You don't have to purchase every single month. You don't have to sell every single month. I mean, if you want to make money, yes, you should. You should be talking to people and sharing this amazing gift with them. But it's, it is yours. And it truly is, if you want success, you find it and you grow yourself. So I just really love that. So, okay, common fears and hesitations. I don't have enough time. Okay, then honey, you need some more time in your life, because if you're compensating your time for money, or you're not getting to spend the time that you want with your family. I mean, I don't have kids yet, but I'm going to, and we get 18 summers with them. I want 18 years with my kids before they go off and pursue their own dreams. So that is something that is really important, or to be able to give time to your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, wife, friends, family. I mean, that is something that's a gift, and we want to be able to give that to ourselves and to people. So if you want more time in your life, you should do this business, because we fit this into the nooks and crannies. I worked a full-time job, 40, 60 hours a week, and I made time for my business because I knew it was what I wanted. I knew it was what was going to push me to my dreams and my goals, not my job where I was really going nowhere, or fighting for 9 years for 2 very small raises. So I don't have enough money. Then we need more, right? This business provides us with so much amazing income, whether it's $250 extra a month, $500, $10,000, $20,000, $100,000 a month. That is entirely up to you. So if you want to stop building somebody else's dreams, if you want to have the income potential that you choose when you get raises, you choose how successful you are, this is what you need to be doing. I don't know enough people. I really got hung up on this. I thought, oh, my network is so closed off. My network is so small. Even though I had a ton of people in my life, I was really prejudging and making their choices for them before really beginning to offer. So that is something that's really important. If you have 2 people in your phone, those 2 people know 2 people who know 2 people, and it's expanding your network. It's being able to touch more lives. So trust me, you will meet people. You will find incredible people. Christy, my sponsor, even though we probably bumped into each other at some point in life prior to this business, we hadn't met. It was a friend of a friend of a friend's sister. So again, you just never know who you're going to meet in this business. What will people think? Okay, I really stopped caring about what people thought when I realized that they didn't pay my bills. Who cares what people think? We are all selfish beings. We are also focused on our own lives, that sometimes we think other people are thinking about us, but really they're thinking about their life. And if someone wants to be judgmental, it's probably because of their own insecurities and their own feelings about how they wouldn't be successful in this business. It has nothing to do with you. So really what people think is so minimal. I don't want to build my dreams on what other people think. I want to build my dreams on what I think, and that's what matters and what's important for my family. So what am I getting into? You're getting into a business. This is a business. If you work it like a hobby, that's exactly what it's going to give you. If you work it like a business, you're going to have that. So that's what is so incredible, that you are able to do that and create a stable financial income and have a true business. You are an entrepreneur. You have a personal business, which is so incredible. Let's not even get started on like the tax write-offs and everything like that. Also, coming with a business, there's responsibility, but there's not all the overhead like Melody was talking about, like a traditional business model. So that is something that's really cool. So generous compensation plan. I know I talked about this briefly about other companies and their compensation plans. Arbonne truly has an incredible compensation plan. So there's 4 levels of management. The first level is district manager. So this is usually achieved on an average throughout the whole company of Arbonne within 7 months. On our team, we really like to get the ball rolling and help people achieve their dreams. So it's usually achieved within an average of 3 to 6 months. Again, some people do it slower, some people do it faster. It's entirely up to you. The average median of the entire company, average monthly income is $266. On our team, it's anywhere from $250 to like $1,500. So again, you choose where you want to fall in that potential. But I mean, who can't use an extra $500 a month, maybe $250, whatever it is, we all could use a little extra, right? So that's really fun. And this is really when you're getting paid to shower, because not only are you making an income on your team and the people who you're able to introduce to these products, but also you're making income on your own purchases, which is really fun. So getting paid to shower. The next area or level of management is area manager. And this one is super exciting because this is what we like to say is when you're smelling the leather. So area manager, again, average within the whole business of Arbonne is within 20 months. On our team, it's usually within, I would say, like 4 to 10 months. Again, some people do it faster, some people are slower. It's up to you. Average within Arbonne of monthly income is $1,383. On our team, it's anywhere from $1,200 to $4,000, which is amazing. I mean, can you imagine getting to make an extra $4,000 a month? That's like maybe quitting your job for some people, and getting to be home and do what you want to do in your day. So that's amazing. But the really special thing about area manager is the opportunity to will your business. And this is something that I have never seen in any company. But what it means is, heaven forbid something were to happen to you. When you reach this level of management, you get to choose one person to will your business to. So what this means is, if you are gone, this person will continue to receive your paycheck. And the amazing thing is, they don't just receive your paycheck. Infinity generations down the line, whoever they choose to pass it on to, trust it to, will it to, whatever it might be, those people continue to receive your paycheck. I mean, are you kidding me? What company does that? So talk about leaving a legacy and making sure that your family and your future family and everybody's taken care of, which it blows my mind. So the third level of management is regional vice president. This is where you are sitting in the leather, not just smelling it. Average time it takes to get to regional vice president is 34 months. Again, some do it faster, some do it slower. Average monthly income between all of Arbonne is $5,325. Again, on our team, it's anywhere from probably around $4,000 to like $10,000, $12,000 a month. And that's real, a month. Think about that, $10,000 a month. Holy smokes, right? So that's a really big deal. Also, you get a free white Mercedes. I mean, what? And it's not that the company's leasing it to you. This is your car. You're getting $800 extra a month towards your car. And it's a Mercedes and it's white. And that's pretty awesome. And it can be any year. And if you want a G-Wagon, you just pay the difference. Or if you get a cheaper car, then you still get that $800, but then you can use it towards insurance or a new purse or whatever you want. Shoes, guys, vacations, whatever it is, you get to use it. That's your money. So I think that's pretty incredible. And when you become an executive regional vice president, meaning that you've helped somebody else on your team become a region, you get a $100,000 life insurance policy, which is pretty incredible. So the fourth level of management is national vice president. And our team is very close to promoting to this with the amazing Christy Card. She's inches away from nation, which we're so excited. Usually achieved within 53 months on average. Again, some do it slower, some do it faster. Average is $21,166 a month. That's like, on our team, that's like the minimum. Like, can you imagine having $20,000 a month to be able to decide what to do with just because you helped other people change their lives? Holy smokes. And the crazy thing is if you can teach somebody how to go district, and if you can become district and help teach other people to become district, that is how you become a nation, which is just, it blows my mind. It's amazing. So again, on our team, it's usually, starting at like $20,000 a month because we're just a rockin' team. I just have to, like toot my own horn. Our team is amazing, and you're very lucky if, and very blessed if you make that choice to be on our team. But again, unlimited income potential. I think right now it's around $100,000 a month or something like that. So, that's pretty stinking awesome. So also along with that, there's vacations. I know that all of our national vice presidents right now are in Maui. for a week. Arbonne put them up for a week just to, say thank you and help them become stronger and better. There's trips every year that you can earn, which is incredible. I know this year it's Riviera Maya for free, and you can take your family, which is super amazing. And one thing that actually just happened, which I want to share, is not only is Arbonne providing this incredible life for all of us and all of these amazing awards and recognitions and income, but they're now offering insurance, which is crazy when you have your own business to be able to have insurance where you're not paying an arm and a leg. And that's anywhere from health insurance to dental to vision to life insurance to accident and disability, whatever it might be. So this company truly does love us and takes care of us and appreciates everything that we do. And we're so, so lucky. So that's it. I really, again, I want to thank you all for watching this and letting us share why we love Arbonne so much and share our stories. And again, if you have questions, talk to the person who invited you to watch this. Jump in. Why not? Get your hair wet. What's the worst that can happen? You paid $79 for a really awesome discount on incredible products. That is truly the worst that can happen. So thank you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful Saturday and a beautiful rest of your weekend. And hopefully we will get to meet you all very soon. Bye.